Every farmer in the land must realize fully that his production is part of war production, and that he is regarded by the nation as essential to victory.
Farmers needed local decision-making. They realized that need, they acted upon it. That's when Gillum County Bank started.
A lot of the larger banks were beginning to pull back on lending in small rural communities.
Farmers were having trouble getting credit, getting loans to plant their crops.
They realized that we needed an agricultural-based lending institution.
Literally each threw about $1,000 into a hat and founded a bank.
The Bank of Eastern Oregon was started in 1945 in Arlington, Oregon. It was called the Gillum County Bank.
We'd come out of the Great Depression. We were just coming out of the Great War.
There were no computers. We figured interest quarterly on savings accounts by hand with an adding machine.
We changed the name to Bank of Eastern Oregon from Gillum County Bank to symbolize the area that we were serving.
Bank of Eastern Oregon has grown considerable over the years because of their focus on lending to rural farmers, ranchers, and business people, and it has been our majority of our focus.
We've made a commitment to many communities in Eastern Oregon to have a bank on Main Street.
When you call us, you're going to get somebody on that phone. From the moment you step in our office, you will get normally the same loan officer. And in such a small town, I feel that that's very important to have those relationships with those customers on a first-name basis. And that's what you get when you bank with us.
Another advantage with the Bank of Eastern Oregon, you're dealing with people that you know, and they know you. When you walk in the door, you're not a stranger to them.
Our customers tell us that it is still important to have that personal touch. Banking is a people business.
Because Bank of Eastern Oregon operates in our communities, they understand the needs of rural business. Oregon Telephone and Bank of Eastern Oregon both have the same values of rural community mindedness and forward thinking to promote industry and commerce.
We're helping them provide the community with something they need. I kind of look at it as we're the fuel that makes the economic engine of the communities run.
We checked around locally with some banks trying to get funding, and since we were a small startup business, we didn't have much luck. We started out with just a couple employees, and having that relationship with the bank allowed us to expand.
I would guess there's not many financial institutions that would just drop by the way Bank of Eastern Oregon does when there's documents that need to be signed. They don't ask what time can you be here. They say what time is a good time for you. Their services have met our banking needs.
We are the major healthcare provider in Morrow County, and Bank of Eastern Oregon has been very instrumental in some of the equipment that we need immediately. They're going to meet my needs better than a larger bank will.
If our hospital were not here, people are having to drive 2 or 3 hours to get care. The Bank of Eastern Oregon is going to be vital as we go forward in making sure we've got the funding and access to the money that we need to continue to keep our hospital current and on the cutting edge.
What we started in 1945 we're still true to today. We still serve the needs of our rural communities, our local markets, by providing them financial services. Some areas where we're not only the only bank in town, we're the only bank in the county. And we take pride in that.
They could grow anywhere that they wanted. They could take their corporate center to anywhere they wanted, but they maintain that connection in Morrow County and their commitment to the communities that they've served from the beginning. It was my grandfather, Gar Swanson, that was part of the founding core of the Bank of Eastern Oregon. It's really kind of amazing they've been able to maintain that connection to its communities and that trust as they've grown since its ground roots with my grandfather. And I think that's what their vision was, and it's been great that they've maintained it.
Banking has changed a lot, but the way people want to be treated, the importance of their own personal financial information, their personal business has not changed. We've been serving our communities for 75 years. We look forward to making new friends, growing relationships, and growing generations together for another 75 years.